Hey guys. Alright, so had a little time and a little more energy, so decided to try to get some stuff done. So I did a little work on the Terminators, added their shields, added a little more detail to the hammers. So they're still a work in progress. They got a long ways to go, but they're getting there. So I used a Dark Angel's shield on that guy. I didn't want to use two Sergeant shields because, you know, when you do a 10-figure set, you know, you do 2 5s, and of course that gives you the 2 shields, so you get 2 of everything. I didn't mind the Sergeant's hammer with the, you know, like this one. I have 2 of these, of course, but I didn't want to do 2 of the big shields. Anyway, so I'll have some without helmets. The ones without anything in the armor right now will probably be bare heads, much like this one and the Sergeant here. And other things I've been working on. Took Lysander and removed all of his Imperial Fist iconography or symbols or what have you, and basically I'm going to use him in my Blood Ravens army as a special character, but I'll just use the counts as rule so that I can field Lysander. I guess he'll be whoever I name him, and he'll just use Lysander's rules, so it'll be kind of one of those counts as deals. But, you know, for ease when playing, you know, so people can easily identify him, I'll use the Lysander model, make things easier, and just paint him in Blood Ravens colors. So that should be interesting. And then for the, I don't remember if it's the Fist of Dorn or what the hammer's called. Anyways, I just shaved off the fist bits and added some green stuff. And then I'm thinking about adding some feathers on this side, because this, I guess this is an eagle head in the back of the hammer, so I just put some feathers there along the side, and, you know, it'll add a little more detail to it and maybe tie it into the Blood Ravens a little more. And then for the shield, originally I was going to sculpt a book or a scroll, kind of in line with their knowledge is power motto, but I figured a scroll would be sufficient and also a little more expedient, so I shaved off the fist that was there, and I left the I forget what these leaves are called. Anyway, so yeah, this was an old model I got from a friend at the game shop, and he had done some battle damage and kind of tore it up a bit, and I thought that was kind of nice, actually. So he gave it to me, so I'm just going to convert it and use it. Lysander's got some nice rules. And then I also got Pedro Cantor. Again, I shaved off the Crimson Fist icons from his belt and his shoulder pad, his backpack, and then on his Power Fist. So I shaved that off and added a skull and some green stuff to fill in. So that should be alright. So those two together, fielded with a Stern Guard squad, are devastating. I did that against a huge orc mob. I think there was 30 orcs, and these two guys together, along with the Stern Guard squad, just using bolter shots at 12 inches, did 27 wounds, I think. So anyway, pretty nasty. This is a special project. This is actually the 3rd time I've done this model, because I didn't like the previous versions. So this is a special request. Actually, I guess I volunteered to do it, and then Didn't get it done in time. I felt horribly guilty about it, to be honest with you. But this is what I have. I've gone back over and done it again. Um, I didn't put 4 arms on it. I was going to, and I still can. I guess I could put 3 arms, 2 on this side and then just 1 over here. And it may not be, immediately apparent what I'm trying to do with this, but it's starting to be General Grievous. That was requested by someone. A conversion of a Necron. It was going to be a Necron Lord, but working with metal and trying to do conversions that are kind of intricate can be annoying and difficult. That's the cut on my finger will attest with Lysander. Anyway, so yeah, so here I've got the basic Grievous. I customized the feet because he has that double jointed, the knee joint and then the foot joint, and then he has the additional digits. So I'm going to do a little green stuff work on the feet to unify them a bit more and clean these up. These armor pieces here, basically they represent the divide in his arms. But the green stuff was pretty thin, so I wanted to lay down a layer of it first to get the general shape and then come back and shore it up with a little more so I could keep the control there. I started to use plasticard, but plasticard at this scale is difficult. I had a hard time with these fins, but I had to make them a little larger because when I had them originally they were so small I knew they wouldn't last. I mean they snapped off at the slightest touch, so I made them a little chunkier. I think it helps to make him recognizable, at least I hope it does. But I think once he's painted it will become more apparent who he's supposed to be. But I did the green stuff cloak here, and I have him grasping the cloak because I see him do that a lot in well, at least a couple of times in the movie. One thing I wanted to do was add a pocket here and put some little lightsabers in it, because I know he kind of flourishes and shows that he's got a couple of lightsabers in there from some Jedi who were unlucky enough to tangle with him. So anyway, that's where I'm going with this. For the person who's expecting this, has been expecting it for a while, let me know what you think. If it's not what you wanted, if it's not up to spec or up to your expectations, let me know. I don't know what any suggestions you have, I'd be glad to entertain or make changes. I have a little flexibility with this arm, not so much with this one. I'd kind of have to redo the model at this point to switch that out. But anyway, let me know what you think. I know it's been a long time coming, and I'm sorry. I've had a lot of things going on, so they kind of took precedence over everything else. But the hand is waiting on, I guess, the resurrection orb, which I'm doing from scratch. Either that, or I can do a staff, or I could do a split arm and do 2 lightsabers, or I don't know, you tell me. Any one of those conversions shouldn't be too difficult to do even at this stage. I'll just have to pop the arm off and add a split arm back in there. But looks like I'm topping 9 minutes here, so let me get this uploaded and let me know what you guys think. So this is a work in progress, still has to be, the detail still has to be completed, and it's got to be painted and whatnot. So I appreciate your patience on this one, I really do. Sorry if I let you down on that. Just life happens, so let me know what you think. Alright, later guys.